Hi there guys, lovely to be with you all again this Thursday afternoon, the 1st of December. Thank you for joining us. Thinking of you all today, especially those of you who are doing the maths exam. Some of you have art as well, others have history. Thinking of you all, praying for you, maybe other subjects as well. God bless you. You had a wee day off yesterday to study. Hope you'll feel refreshed today as you go into your exam, and I'm praying you'll all do really, really well. A lot of you have been mentioning today opening up your Advent calendar. This is the day that we do that, the first day. We've had some funny little stories about the little kids thinking they can eat all the chocolates at once, and some sad little stories when some of you say, I've not got an Advent calendar. But don't worry, Trixie's to the rescue. She has made up some nice little Advent chocolates for you, and when I go up the street or when we go out in the minibus from now on, these are really cute, and there's a wee Christmas card for you and a wee chocolate. So when I go up the street from now on, I'll be carrying these with me in a bag, and we'll have them in the minibus. Make sure you come up and introduce yourself and get one of these. We hope to have one for everybody. If we run out, we'll have to get more. But make sure you come, especially you guys, you fellas. You know, the girls are not as shy as you guys, so make sure if you see me up the street, guys, that you come up and get your little sweetie. That'll make it all worthwhile. God bless you all, and thank you for joining us. We're glad to have your comments every day and your wee emails. Thanks for writing in and saying good things, even if you've said one good thing about what we do or about our videos or our wee pictures that we put on Facebook. We're really, really delighted. And every little thank you and every little encouragement, every little heart means a lot. So keep them coming, because we get a lot of negative mail as well. We get hate mail and we get some awful things said as well. So you keep the wee positive things coming, and that'll keep us all going up to Christmas. We've still got lots of toys and teddies coming in for the younger kids, and that's been great as well. And Trixie's been wrapping. She wraps all the gifts up. She was busy yesterday wrapping up for a dinner that we're involved in, so that went really good as well. It's a really brilliant time of the year, and I really love it. Again, I'm thinking of those of you that are struggling with different things, maybe in your health or in your relationships. Those of you with exam pressures. Some of you maybe have lost loved ones this year, and Christmas will be a hard time. Struggling in different ways with pain and loss. We're thinking especially of you up to Christmas time. And we know that Jesus will come to you. He loves you, and He will give you comfort, and He will give you peace, and you will get through the dark tunnel. There's always a light at the end. But it takes time to heal. We've got a wee story for you in Luke chapter 9. It's a well-known wee story. Jesus is with His 12 apostles. He has sent them out 2 by 2 to visit the towns and the villages. He's spreading Himself now through His apostles there, going out and doing the work. He gave them authority to heal the sick and to drive out demons, and they went to the towns and villages, and He said, don't take anything with you. Don't take money or an extra cloak or anything. Just go when you enter a town or village, and just say that you've come in My name, and stay in one home of a family that welcomes you. Heal the sick and preach the good news of the kingdom of God. And they went out everywhere to the towns and villages, proclaiming the message, healing the sick and driving out the spirits. And then they all came back, and Jesus took them away to a wee place where they could recuperate, called Bethsaida. And even there the crowds heard that they were there, and they came to see Jesus. It was as if He could never get away from the crowds. They all loved Him, and they wanted to hear His words, and they wanted the sick to be healed. And they came, and He welcomed them. He always welcomed them. Jesus doesn't turn people away. He welcomes them. I hope to be like that myself. not to turn you away, but to welcome you at all times. And he welcomed them, he healed the sick, and he taught them. And by this time, a whole day had gone by, and people were getting tired and hungry, and the disciples said to Jesus, "You'll have to send them away into the towns and villages so that they can get food, because this is a remote place." It was a kind of a deserty country area, and where the people could gather, and yet there was nothing. And you'll have to send them to go to the shops so that they can buy food. Jesus said, "You give them something to eat." What? The disciples had never thought of that. You know, it's so easy at times to, when we've got a pressure or a problem, or somebody asks us to do something, it's so easy to sometimes think, well, let somebody else do it, and instead of just getting on with it ourselves, somebody asks for your help, and you begin to make excuses and think of all the reasons why you can't help or why you can't do it for them, and you say, "Oh, well, so-and-so would be better at doing that job," and you fob them off onto somebody else who's probably overcommitted as it is. And when maybe God is saying, "You help this person," and you say, but how can I do this? And maybe the Lord is just going to stretch your imagination and stretch your faith into maybe helping someone in a way that you've never helped before. Jesus was stretching the faith of his disciples at this point. They were saying, "Let's send them away to buy food in the towns and villages." And Jesus saying, "No, you do it. You give them something to eat." Well, they said, "What have we got?" All they had was 5 loaves and 2 fishes. Yesterday was St. Andrew's Day. I love reading about Andrew in the Bible, because every time you read about him, he's bringing people to Jesus. And in another place we read that it was Andrew who brought the little boy with the 5 loaves and 2 fish to Jesus. Well done, Andrew, buddy. That was good of you. And Jesus took those loaves and fishes. Maybe they were in a little basket or a little satchel. Jesus took them. That's what they had. And Jesus said to his disciples, "Make the people sit down in groups of 50. And we read that there were about 5,000 men. That wasn't counting the women and the children. Could have been 10 to 15,000 people there all together. Make them sit down in groups of 50. And the disciples did that. And Jesus took the loaves and the fishes, and he looked up to heaven, and he prayed, and he gave thanks, and he blessed the loaves and the fishes, and he began to hand it out to his disciples, and they began to hand it out to the people. And you know this, all that great crowd, that great multitude, they were all fed. More than just a mouthful, they were all fed till they were full. And when the disciples went round to tidy up, they collected 12 baskets full of scraps and pieces that were left over. All from that little lunch of that little boy. I don't know your situation. I don't know what you're struggling with. Maybe Christmas pressures are coming in upon you. Maybe you're looking at your bank account and you're thinking, how am I going to afford Christmas this year? I don't know. Maybe you've just got a little. What to do is to just take that little to Jesus. Tell Jesus about your bank account. Tell Jesus about your needs. Maybe you're struggling with your health. You're feeling weak. Just take that weakness to Jesus. Maybe you're worried about your relationships, about your family needs. Take them to Jesus. Nothing's too small. Maybe you think, there's people with big, massive problems. Jesus doesn't care about my little problem. I tell you, he does. There's nothing too small for him. He took that little lunch of that little boy and he did something with it. If you take your needs or take something small to Jesus, he can do great things with it. And he wants to use you to help other people. You say, but how can I help other people? You can, you can. And Jesus wants you to get your eyes off yourself, and your own problems. Begin to look at others to help them. When I look into my own heart, when I look at my own problems too much, there's nothing wrong with a wee bit of introspection. But you don't get bogged down with yourself, because that just leads to depression. But I found that when I begin to think of other people and do a wee bit to help somebody else, it really lifts the pressure, helps me to feel really good about myself, helps me to get my eyes off myself and onto other people, praying for other people, giving a little to help other people. Jesus says in the Bible, it's more blessed to give than to receive. So become a giver. You say, I've not got anything. I tell you, look around. I remember a day when we had nothing in the house. All we had left was 2 little jars of jam. And you know what my Trixie did? She took one of them round to a neighbour and gave it away. And she got a real blessing from doing that, and the neighbour was blessed. So you don't wait till you're a millionaire. You don't wait till you win the lottery. Some of you are too young to enter. You don't wait till you're rich to help somebody. If you've got 2 of something, give one away, and I tell you, you'll be blessed. I was reading someone yesterday gave £5 to a homeless person. That was lovely. I'm sure the homeless person really was over the moon. But I'm sure my friend that gave that £5 will really be blessed in her own heart as well. So keep on sharing the love. It's coming up to Christmas. Think of others. Do good. Smile. And be nice to people. And God will really bless you. Trix and I love you all very much. Thank you for watching today. And see you tomorrow.